She got conviction too. She fun to listen to. She good at mixing too. She good at getting loose. Can kick it just like Bruce. Constructing any boo. I take her to the boo. We'll hit the movie shoot. Bring it to the fresh fruit. I wanna look like Richard Gere when I'm in a suit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I wanna look like Richard Gere when I'm in a suit. We'll hit the movie shoot. I wanna look like...
Hey, Jack, guess what my favorite color is?
Puce.
Yellow!
Yellow!
I am...
should have seen that one coming, Grandpa.
I am Nico, and I'm joined by my brother, Jack, and we are, in fact, telepathic.
Yeah, you guys didn't know that?
Nope.
At this point, if you have listened to episode 9 so far, episode 1 from 9, wow. I don't know what we're going to do for...
Round of applause.
I don't know what we're going to do for episode 10. We might do the pod butt naked. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know.
We might just get...
We might get
absolutely obliterated.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's funny, dude.
I think maybe...
Double digits, man. We're getting close.
Yeah, man. Crazy. That's wacky.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, actually, you guys won't know this, but it has been a while since we did the pod.
Like 2 weeks. 2 whole weeks. Maybe even more than that. 2.5 weeks. And boy, do we feel good being back in the saddle again.
I'm back in the saddle again.
Oh, man. And, yeah, we're just so excited to be here. And we're excited to just have some fun. If you guys are listening, I mean, to us, it's just banter, just slinging the shit, and we just can't imagine anyone actually listening to us. So
to have like 60 people who regularly listen to this,
that's unbelievable.
That's so funny.
Unbelievable.
Oh, that's so freaking funny, bro.
Talking on the subject of having telepathic abilities, I was reminded of a trick that twins do.
Okay.
Whenever they're asked if they could read each other's minds. And you know what that is? No?
What? Oh, the word thing?
Oh, the word thing. Yeah.
Oh, that's...
And it's funny because...
That's so stupid.
It is stupid, but we have kind of a stupid response.
Yeah.
We got that question asked so many times as kids, so that we just started actually
just think of a word, and
we have like 4 or 5 words lined up.
I think we did before, and now we kind of forgot some, but I think we have the first two.
Yeah, we have the first 2, which is lotion, and then the second one is zebra.
Yes, it is. And then if anyone wants a third, should we do a third right now?
Should we do a third right now?
Sure thing. Here we go.
Yeah.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Nike.
Oh.
Okay. That was close. They're on the same path.
Just kind of on the same wavelength there.
Should we try it again?
No.
Clitoris. Oh, no? Okay. You're not thinking about that? All right. Anyway, and we're moving on.
Oh, frick.
No.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, we're
Already.
like 3 minutes in.
I want to look like Richard Gere when I'm in a suit.
We have a funny story to
start off the pod.
And this was about 2 weeks ago. We went wine tasting, which was so good.
Like civilized people do.
With our entire family. And our sister came down from Davis.
Mm-hmm.
And we went over to Sonoma. And they're doing
Sonoma.
They're doing some crazy things over there in Sonoma. And
they are.
We went to... should we say the name of the...
No, definitely not.
Okay.
Let's just say it was a winery in Sonoma.
It was a winery in the Russian River Valley.
It was in the Russian River Valley, indeed.
Yep.
And we'll leave it at that.
Yep.
Nico.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise. The guy just has no anonymity, huh? Anyway, so... As someone as so mysterious as you, Nico, I'd think that you'd maybe want to keep people's identity secure.
Oh, dude, no rules.
No rules. Anyway, so we're there, and let's just say we fancy ourselves wine people,
connoisseurs.
I would say you and Dad specifically, and Olivia even a little bit more than I, probably. And
we know a good wine when we see one.
Mom and I just kind of drink.
Sure. Well, Mom doesn't. Yeah, Yeah,
Mom
you guys
drinks
just
when
kind of
she
come
wants.
around for the
Yeah, we
for the
come around
ride
for the fun.
and for the fun of it. And,
And you know, I know more than the average bloke.
absolutely.
More than the average bloke. The average black.
bloke.
But anyway, so we're there, and all of a sudden, you know, there are a lot of wines coming and going and in and out of glasses, and you know, we're going from the white wines to the red wines.
Yep.
And you know, I wanna.
They didn't bring us a new glass. They bring you a new
They
glass
usually
when they
do.
change from white to red, because if you put red wine into a white wine glass and
It's a
lots of,
rosé.
and there's lots of like white wine still, it like dilutes the wine.
It's a rosé.
That's a pretty legitimate way. So they always bring new glasses, but they didn't. We're like, okay, well, what do we do?
And I don't want to drink no rosé.
No, I don't. I'm not here for rosé.
I'm not from the Central Valley.
No.
Sorry, I'm not from the Central Valley. I'm not from the Valley.
I'm not even
like
from
the LA Valley.
Provence,
you know what I'm talking
France.
about?
Yeah,
No.
exactly.
Nope. No.
And so I look over to my mom, and my mom has put just a splash of water
Yeah, just a splash.
and kind of swirled it around
And dumped it out.
Dumped it out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh. And me, like, yes, like I do know a lot about wine, but I'm not like picky, and so I'm like, oh, okay, that probably shouldn't have a lot. Like, a lot of wine is made up of water.
It definitely is.
So that's not gonna do anything to it.
No.
So I start rinsing my glass out with water. So do all of us.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden,
the lady comes
the
over.
wine, the whatever you call it, the waitress, the taster,
Yeah.
catches us in the act.
Mhm.
As though
Red-handed.
she's walking into a room and sees like her husband cheating with someone.
Yeah.
Like it was
Like-
that she was that aghast.
And I'll, you know, and here's the deal. She goes up to Nico. She takes the glass away from Nico.
While I'm still holding it.
She takes the glass away from Nico and like puts something in there, or like
Puts the wine that we're about to taste in there.
puts the wine that we're about to taste in there, and then swirls it around
Coats
and
it.
dumps it out. And while she's saying this, she goes, "Oh, now you're polluting my wine."
No, now you're polluting my wine.
Oh,
Really? Interesting.
We're polluting your wine.
Interesting. And she kept going on about, the fact that, big time wineries, you can't do that. They're just
Yeah, they're gonna kick you
They're
out.
just gonna kick you out.
They're just gonna kick you out.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, like okay, like bullshit. Like
That's such crap.
I paid $50 for this tasting. I can do whatever the hell I want.
I
for this
can
wine.
break the glass.
Yeah.
I can do whatever. I can drink it from the bottle if I want. And here's the deal is that it's like in customer service, that is the last thing you want to do.
Yeah.
The customer is always
Yeah.
right. And even if they're wrong, you say it in a way where it's just like, you know what, actually, if you guys want to do that, let me just pour some wine in for you guys.
Yeah, let me just
spread it
let me
around.
just coat it a minute.
Let me
Yeah.
just coat it for a little bit instead of water.
Next time you rinse it, just let me know and I'll coat it for you.
Yeah. I would have been
Oh,
like,
there we go.
there
We solved it.
and now we're friends.
Right.
And now this girl goes, "No, oh, you're watering down my wine. You're polluting my wine."
And
I
mom,
go,
and
first
mom's,
off,
and mom, and in that moment,
Yeah.
mom's
I'm
taking
pissed.
the heat. Mom's taking the heat, which she's actually fantastic at doing. She's a natural leader when it comes to that.
She takes all the heat.
And she says, "Oh, I'm sorry. That was my bad." And we're all laughing at this point. We're still like, we think she's like, it's kind of like a loose joke.
At
like,
this, yeah, no, you're right.
At this point, we think
we're
it's
like,
still kind of a, sorry,
or
we're
whatever,
just
we
fooling
didn't-
around. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
He wasn't doing it, and mom, pointed over to me, and the waitress goes, "Oh, no, I saw him doing it too."
Oh, who are you, my kindergarten recess aide?
I mean, it was
Who
unbelievable.
do you think you are, running around leaving scars?
Collecting these jars of hearts.
Collecting these quote-unquote watered-down wines. And by the way, after she left, we all just like went and like
Destroyed her.
we just destroyed her.
By the way,
And-
we're definitely not gonna say the name of this winery, but their wine sucked ass.
Yeah,
it was
bad.
so bad.
It was pretty bad.
It was actually so bad that I always finished my tastings. I kept dumping.
Both of us.
I kept dumping them out, and I like about 2 wines to the end of the tasting, maybe 2 or 3 wines till the end of the tasting. I get up. I hear there's Pliny that they're serving in the back bar,
which is a great beer,
which is a fantastic double IPA. We go back. We order a Pliny, the 2 of us.
Yeah.
And the head winemaker orders a beer with us, and we're drinking beer at a winery with the head winemaker.
Yeah, we're drinking beer at his winery.
Yeah.
Well, instead of his wine.
Yeah.
And he's just
That's how bad the wine is.
That's how bad the wine is. And to a certain extent, it's like he knew that it wasn't the best wine we had all day. He kind of had it as
we just came from
just like a nice table
we
wine.
told him that we had just come back from a different one, and their wine was actually really good.
Look, we're sounding really snobby right now. I don't care. Look,
I don't care, and it's actually
about good wine.
It's all fun and games because we're here just for a silly goose time.
We are just here for a silly goose
we
time.
love making fun of people. So
yeah, it's a good time.
And after that, we had a couple days to pack up for Hume Lake.
Hume Lake.
We went to Hume Lake, which is a Christian camp close to Fresno. It's in like Kings Canyon. It's actually in the middle of Sequoia National Forest.
It is. I've never been to a national park until we went there.
It's beautiful. It's unbelievably beautiful. And we
actually, that's a lie. I went to Haleakala.
That's true. Well, that's a national park.
Yeah, I said I've never been to an... Okay, never mind. And we're
over. And let me just reverse that.
Glitch of the Matrix there.
Let me just reverse that.
So, yeah, Sequoia, and we're at Hume. And, oh my goodness, so both of us were counselors at this summer camp, and we were working basically for CPC.
We're working for a church, and we brought 175 kids up to... up to the camp. We usually go on a houseboating trip, but the company that rents out the houseboats was like, COVID. And so we're like, okay, fine. Might as well just go up to Hume.
Might as well.
And it was the most campiest of camps I have ever been to. It was
pretty campy.
It was pretty campy.
Hey guys,
remember camp?
My name is Ray. I'm here to show you your cabins. Here's Tay.
I'm gonna
Hey guys, I'm Tay. I'm here to show you the commons. Here's where we eat. Yum. Here's Faye. Hey guys, I'm Faye.
Hi, Faye.
I'm here to show you
Rec.
To Rec. Here's Rec. Here's Gay. Oh, none of that here. Whoops. Bye, Gay.
Oh man,
that's a whole other thing.
And we're just some context. I'm not a big camp guy. There's a part of me that comes out of camp, but I'm not like
you don't
screaming.
live for camp.
I don't live for camp. No.
Okay.
I live for like hanging out with students, but I don't live for like, summer camp.
Sure.
And I'd much rather go on a boat just bar ourselves on a little island with some houseboats.
Yeah, definitely.
Rather than surrounded by 900 other students. But the leader of our high school group, who's about 26 years old, hates camp. Hates camp.
My God.
And no one was. We were all kind of bummed, but trying to make the most out of it.
Yeah.
And so all week we were practically just making fun of this camp.
Yeah.
We got some good context coming out of this camp, or content. One of them watching the Rising Freshman, and harkening back to the days where there was some sparks flying at camp.
Oh,
some summer romances.
Here's the deal. Here's the deal.
We've seen our fair share of them.
No, I've been in my fair share of camp.
Yep.
Romances.
Yep. Yeah.
And here's the deal: is that when the spirit's flowing,
the spirit,
and I'm not talking about drinks. I'm talking about that Holy Ghost.
Right.
I'm talking about that good Holy Ghost. And when everyone's on the same page, legitimately though, that's why there's so many church relationships, right? Because the biggest factor in like attraction when you're a Christian is if they are Christian.
Right.
If they love Jesus as well. Now,
personality-wise.
Yeah, totally. Now, when everybody there is at a Christian camp, you kind of go, okay, well, we're all on the same page here. And
we're all on the same page.
That's not as much of a hurdle.
Right.
Now, also, everybody's looking good at camp, too.
Right. So everyone's on high flirtation mode.
High. Now, not the
and they're also
not the counselors.
Definitely not the counselors.
Not us, but the students. It was just very fun to watch the campers, just kind of
sneak over to the girls' cabins maybe one night.
Or
don't
maybe
do that. Don't do that.
Or
maybe someone, I don't know, someone brings some whatever.
Let's just say there's some fun to be had. And I'll tell you what my favorite thing is when they're walking together.
Oh yeah.
And the backside of the pinkies just touch. Touch the slightest bit.
Like the knuckles, the back of the knuckles start to kind of rub together.
Yo.
Yes.
Oh, I felt that. I felt that in my gut. I felt that in my gut right there.
And
they kind of just
like in your mind
intertwined for just a moment,
and you're like, oh my god, it's happening. But outside, you're like, no, I'm cool. This is cool. It's fine. I'm completely in control of this.
I've done this so many times.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's brilliant.
And just watching them make so many mistakes relationally.
Here's the deal.
Also, and just being like, I'm not gonna get you out of this. Just learn from it.
Yeah. Anyway, I had such a sick cabin.
Yeah.
I had my boys, Brooksy.
Yep.
I got Ty.
Yep.
And I got Ja. I got Ja.
Yeah, Ja's sick.
And that was so great. And my senior boys that I had in my group, I can't name them all, but they were all fantastic as well. So shout out to you guys.
Yeah.
We had some great conversations. They're all super sick.
Yeah.
I think that it's going to be a fantastic senior class, and they're gonna lead the way for the rest of rock.
Yeah.
And they killed it in Kajabi Can. Now,
what is Kajabi Can, Jack?
oh my gosh, let me tell you, it is a barbaric game made up by the Scots.
It's a game that
made up by
separates
Vikings.
the boys from the men.
Yeah. They think, Hume claims it was made up by them. I think it was made up by
Native Americans.
freaking Vikings.
Yeah, something like that.
Now, here's the deal.
Or maybe some like ancient tribes people in
Yes.
Africa.
Oh, maybe.
Like it's some hunting ritual.
Yeah, could be. And instead of a trash can in the middle, it's like a live,
Like a tiger.
It's like a lion.
It's like a chained animal.
Yeah, that would be sick. Wow. Okay, so we're getting too ahead of ourselves. In the middle, there's a trash can. Now, here's the rules of the game. You cannot touch the trash can, and you cannot let go of the ropes that you're holding. Now, you are in a circle with however many, I would say 20 other guys or gals if you're in a guy or a gal group, because, we've got to be fair here.
Yeah, there was no co-ed going on.
There's no co-ed going on because it was just too hard to...
Because the people that were selected to partake in Kajabi,
yes,
or otherwise known as Kajabi Can,
yes,
either one, doesn't matter, same game,
yeah,
were all massive.
All massive.
Football players, basketball, just massive.
What I did notice, though, is that there were some freshman boys.
Mine.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And there were some sophomore, junior girls that could absolutely...
Probably go toe-to-toe.
Oh, well, I think the girls would have... The girls were big.
Yeah.
Some were units.
No, I totally
agree.
agree.
Some were absolute units.
I totally agree.
On the field. Now, here's the thing.
You're 5'6" and 120. You're not doing much.
Yeah, you're not doing much. You're just floating in the wind.
You're holding
just
on.
A kite.
You're getting like, dragged off the ground.
You're just a rag doll.
Yeah. And what you do is practically run in a circle.
Mm-hmm. And you're holding... So, wait a second. You're holding on to... 2 ropes.
Either ropes or I played it with towels.
Yeah, but usually it's with ropes.
Yep.
And you're holding it, and it's all in a circle. So everyone's holding 2 ropes on their sides, and you're all in a circle. Now, you cannot let go of the rope.
Yep.
And you cannot touch the can. Now, just imagine how you can get out. You can pull someone into the can. You can push someone into the can. You can try and jerk the kind of the thing
rope out of their hand.
Out of their hand.
Yep.
And it is incredible. Now, my boys. My boys were my boys, Larry's boys.
Dude, we have to get to that somehow.
Larry's boys. All right. Anyway, so we what am I trying to say? Cool. My boys were incredibly large.
Yeah.
Bigger than me.
Yeah.
And I'm not small.
Nope.
My senior boys, big boys.
Yeah.
Big kids. They ruled.
Yeah.
And they were just like ruthless.
Yeah.
Absolutely ruthless. They got to the finals.
Yep. It was like tournament style, and Jack was the counselor of the rising seniors.
Yeah, and
that all looked like they bench pressed about 165 pounds.
Even more.
Probably
maybe.
even more than that.
I mean,
I, on the other hand, had rising freshmen.
Yeah.
And we had one large dude. But I wasn't big when I was a freshman.
Like, you can only do so much.
You can only do so much.
Yeah.
And I was yelling and I was the moral center of our team.
Yeah.
And we had a good time, but we definitely didn't even get close to
Yeah. I felt like a coach of a college football team. I was just walking up and down the borders of the playing field and just yelling at them, being just like, good teammates, here we go, push them in, I was just like that guy. I felt like I needed a clipboard. Anyway, and then we get to the finals and they do great. We don't win, but we actually get really close to winning. And then the counselor Kajabi comes in, and I happen to get a spot on Counselor Kajabi.
Yep.
And no one else in CPC gets a spot on the male Counselor Kajabi other than me. Now, here I am with 230-pound adult men.
Full-grown men.
Adulty men.
Yeah.
And they're just whipping me around. But I survive because I'm like that cockroach.
Mm-hmm.
I might be small. I might be under your foot for a little bit.
But once that nuclear blast goes off, you're still living.
I'm still living. And I'm a dinosaur. And I just keep going, baby. I keep going and going. No matter how hard you smush on me, I'm going to keep going. Now, did I win? No. But I'll tell you what happened. The older guys ganged up on me.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
I did.
There were like four older guys.
It was an unfortunate event, although it was.
There were four older guys, and they all head nodded all together. And that's when they look at each other.
Practically dragged you to the ground.
When they look at each other and they go, and then they look back at me with fire in their eyes. That's when you go, gulp. Gulp. Anyway, it was super fun, and it was a fantastic week. Now, we have a new section for you guys. Man, I'm excited about this section because it was a section that I actually made up on my first podcast I ever did. I was a sophomore in college. I did it with my incredible friends and now roommates, Edward and Connor. Now, it's called Plot Twist. Here's the deal.
Plot twist.
I'm going to give Nico a movie log line, which is basically
synopsis.
Like a synopsis. Yeah. Not a synopsis is the whole film, but I would just say like the trailer quote, like
sure.
Basic sentence or two of what the movie is about, and
without giving away the ending.
Without giving away anything.
Right.
Just giving a quick
plot
explanation. Now, some of them are fake movies that I have made up. And some of them are real movies that were actually produced and they were actually made, and Nico has to decide which ones are fake and which ones are right.
Can I ask you questions about these movies? Can I interrogate you about these movies?
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, you can.
Just to get a little more information.
Plot twist. Here we go.
Here we go.
First movie. The title, Foreign Eyes.
Foreign Eyes.
2 U.S. soldiers fighting in Vietnam are on their shift to guard the surrounding area from the Viet Cong when the two get a brilliant idea to take acid. Made in the late 90s?
Made in the late 90s.
Late 90s.
By, I feel like the main character would be Charlie Sheen.
You know, it feels kind of like a Sheen movie.
I'm going to go now. I'm going to go, you definitely made that up.
I made that up.
Yep.
Wow, dang it. Okay, here's one.
That'd be kind of cool.
Okay, here we go.
Yep.
This is the second one. Title: Freddy Got Fingered.
What?
In the film, a 28-year-old slacker and cartoonist falsely accuses his father of child molestation when he questions his son's life goals.
What? When was this made?
Early 2000s.
Of course. Freddy Got Fingered. What was the age? What's the age gap?
The age gap between the two?
Between the father and the son.
Well, let's just say it's a typical father-son. It says the slacker and cartoonist is 28.
Okay. That has to be fake. That has to be fake.
That was a movie.
No.
That was actually
Stop.
made. That was a movie that was actually made. Okay.
I thought that you did a really good job in making that, but
Thank
you
you.
didn't.
No, I didn't make it.
Oh, wow.
Okay, here is another one. The Master of Disguise. An undercover Italian waiter named Pistachio Disguisi uses his skills in investigation to save his father, Fabrizio, from the evil Devlin Bowman. Oh my God.
I'm going to name my kid Pistachio.
Pistachio Disguisi. Hey, a little more work. Let's put in a little more work.
It's practically impossible to be racist towards an Italian, but that's pretty damn close.
That's pretty damn close.
Fabrizio. Where in Italy is this set?
Oh, all around. I don't know. I just have the log line. I mean, really.
You make that. I'm gonna say. Hold on.
Pistachio Disguisi and Fabrizio.
Well, the last one was real and that was insane. Is this real?
This is real.
Wow, no way. I got it right.
Yep. This is another one. Here we go. Title: Love at First Fight.
Love at first. I'm still stuck on Pistachio Disguise.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Love at First Fight. An unlikely relationship forms between two Asian American fighters after going toe-to-toe in an underground kung fu ring in New York City.
That's much too normal. That's you made that up.
I didn't make that up.
You did?
I did.
Yeah.
Gosh dang it.
You make stuff up that you want to make.
Yeah. Maybe. Maybe. That does sound like a good movie. All right. Bucky Larson, Born to be a Star.
Bucky Larson, _ Born to be a Star.
Yes.
Okay.
After finding out that his parents were two of the most famous porn stars in the world,
Bucky.
he goes to Hollywood in an attempt to follow in their footsteps.
Okay. So, okay. A little bit of a Boogie Nights situation.
Possibly. I don't really know Boogie Nights. I've never seen it.
Never seen it either.
Okay. Okay. Then why draw the comparison?
Well, because it's the only movie about porn that I really know.
Oh, okay. Anyway, continue.
Except for The Nice Guys.
Oh, that's right. Bucky Larson.
Bucky Larson. When is this movie set?
When is it set? I would say, you know, late 80s.
Does he have a pencil-thin mustache?
No.
He doesn't.
No.
Well, then he can't be a porn star. In the 80s.
All right.
This is fake.
This is a real movie.
No.
This is a very, very, very real movie.
Bucky,
and you can watch it on Amazon Prime, I think.
But
though no free ads.
No free ads.
But you can watch it.
Bucky Larson's got to work on that mustache.
Bucky Larson definitely has to work on it. Anyway, that has been Plot Twist, and we're going to come back with some harder ones for next time.
Please. That was really funny.
Yep.
I had an interesting experience today, Jack. I just want to share it with you really quickly. I walked into Pete's Coffee, and I did not have a mask on, and that was the first time I walked into a store in California without a mask on, or practically no one else had a mask on, and it was just normal. I think all the staff had masks on, and that's okay.
It's like you went back in time.
It was unbelievable. I think you made a comment that said that you it seemed as though that you were taken by the ghost of Christmas future.
Yes, and we were shown some sort of like opulent utopian future.
Right.
Because we've just been living in this hell for a while.
Crazy time.
Now, I'll tell you what. Are we anti-maskers? No.
Absolutely not.
If they tell you to wear a mask, wear the goddamn mask.
Wear the mask. It's more social now than anything because we're vaxxed.
Yeah, we're vaxxed. But it's also just like, hey, stop complaining.
Yeah, stop
if you
complaining.
have to wear it, just wear it.
Yeah.
But
anyone who has that issue, in my opinion, is really dealing with pride.
I'd rather not wear it, obviously.
Yeah.
Because no one would like to.
I was gonna say, question: Does anybody want to wear masks?
No, no
one does. Raise your hand.
No. Raise your hand, guys, if you want to wear face undies. Raise your hand. No? Oh, okay. Well, then you're human. Congrats.
Yep.
All right. Well, yeah. No, so we've been gone for 2 weeks, right? And so we were in Hume.
No masks in Hume.
Which was no masks in Hume because that was sort of I don't know how to describe it. It was just sort of a place where masks weren't really.
No one cared.
No one really cared.
It was summer camp. There's no one in their right mind's going to wear.
And then after that, we went to North Carolina.
Yes, we did.
And there, they really don't care.
Yeah, that's. You get pressured into not wearing masks.
Yeah. You get told to take them off.
Yeah.
I mean, for real.
Yeah, excuse me, sir, take that goddamn
in the
mask
airports.
off your face.
In the airports, you still gotta have them.
Yeah.
Because
that's federal and it's public transportation.
Well, and also, people are going every which way in that international airport.
Yeah.
You just gotta be like,
spread practically through airports. And train stations. I had a funny story. This was at the very beginning of COVID.
Okay.
Maybe the April or May. And no, excuse me, sorry. This was late. I'm so sorry. This was late June. I was at a wedding in Georgia.
Okay.
And I had a friend of mine, named Alex, and we went to the bank, and you had to go inside and get some money from the bank because the ATM wasn't working. And this was in Georgia, and it was also right at the beginning of COVID. Okay. He puts his mask on, like anyone does back then.
Right.
He walks in. There's no one with masks on. He goes up, and he gets some money. And as he's getting money from the teller, this guy is from he's Dutch. Okay. He's from
Dutchland.
He's from the Netherlands.
From the Netherlands, yes.
Yep. And
I don't think that's a Netherlands accent. What would be a Netherlands accent? The Netherlands.
Yeah, that was closer. I don't know. I'm not
We're getting there. We're getting there.
I'm not an expert. But
you're not a dialect expert?
Well, I am.
You dabble.
I dabble here and there.
All right.
Yeah. And there's a guy who comes up to him at the teller, and taps him on the shoulder. And the guy is like 65. Shaved head, no mask, and says, "Excuse me, sir, are you from around here?" And Alex says, "No, I'm from."
No, I am from.
He doesn't have a heavy accent.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, and he says, "No, I'm Dutch. I'm from the Netherlands."
Cool.
And he says, "Oh, okay." Well, just a warning for you. Just go ahead and take that goddamn mask off your face. Yep.
This was in.
This was in Georgia.
But when was this? This wasn't
Late June 2020.
2020. So this wasn't on the wane of COVID. This was
No. This was heat.
This was
the heat of COVID.
Heat, hot.
Back when we
hot
thought
of COVID.
Clorox would do it.
Yeah.
Back when we thought,
Yeah.
just get some vitamin D, it'll get out of your system.
Yeah, not so
That's
much.
how early we were in this process.
Wow.
Welcome to America.
Welcome to America. Take that goddamn mask off. Well, that's so great. I'm so glad he was I'm so glad those Georgians are ready to kick it into action.
That's right.
Can we get back to Larry's Boys for a second?
Yeah, please.
I want to talk about Larry's Boys for just a second.
Okay, please.
So, at Hume, we dealt with some 8th graders.
We did.
We dealt with some 8th graders going into freshman year. That, though, I absolutely understand that you're rowdy and with your friends and very excited. They were just a little bit on the difficult side, which is okay, which is, it happens.
Yep.
And we got to deal with it. And
We raised some hell when we were freshmen.
Absolutely. We didn't damage any property, but we...
We didn't damage any property or ruin any girls' lives.
No, we didn't.
Yeah.
But we did have some fun and we got in trouble for it. And that's just what happened. So we all got to learn in some way. Anyway, we had to kind of sit down with them and have a talk with them and about language, about what we say, about what we don't say, and about why, and about what God tells us about that. So Caleb, our friend, is talking to the freshman and go, you know what? When I'm with, it's not okay for you guys to be cursing at people. It's not okay to be. It's not okay for you to be cursing at one another.
Know who to cuss around. Know who to swear around.
Know who to swear around. Okay.
You have to know.
Now, and Caleb goes, now when I'm with my boys, meaning his
me,
friends,
and
the group.
Yeah, exactly.
I might
let loose a little bit.
I might let loose, and I might,
Doesn't make it okay.
Yeah, but it's just nowhere to be.
Yeah, I'm not offending anyone.
And now we're also with this man by the name of Larry. Now, Larry is just an incredible
fucking legend.
Just an incredible person. Now, he is very, I would say, reserved. I would say on the not politically, but I would say on the, I don't know about his political stance. I don't really care, but I would say just personally conservative. And kind of there, let's just say. But he's a badass, simply. And then he pipes up and goes, oh, well, I don't swear when I'm with my boys.
And we're in the middle of this.
And we go, no, not your
small
cabin,
not your small group
not
boys.
your cabin boys. We're just talking about your boys, like your
boy.
boys.
Yeah, your boys.
Your boys, Larry. And Larry goes, what boys? Now,
he's 80.
Yeah. I don't know if he has any boys. Now, we made up a fictional group in our mind of like 4 or 5 people around the age of 65 to like 80 years old that all have like sleeves full of tats and just like leather vests and shit like that.
Yeah, just like, stomps into dives.
Yes, absolutely, with the swinging doors and stuff like that.
Yeah. Slams down a couple Jack and Cokes and
totally
just goes to work.
Just gets to work. And we made a song. And anytime we saw Larry with some people would go, Larry's boys, everybody's talking about Larry's boys. And that is thanks to Rachel. So thank you, Rachel.
Yep.
And now Larry's boys. Something
so funny, dude.
So, dude, I love Larry, and it was just such a great moment. Anyway, catch us with Larry's boys. I've taken a couple back.
You've taken a couple back with Larry. Could you imagine taking a couple back with Larry?
He could drink both of us under the table.
Do you this guy's 6'5".
Oh, this guy's a freaking silverback.
Yeah, he's a silverback, and it was just funny because we none of us were expecting him to be so forthright with his convictions about swearing.
Yeah.
No? You know?
Yeah. He's just the best.
He's the best. I have one last story.
Cool.
Every year, there's a senior prank at Hume.
Yes.
And this year...
Now, I'm asleep. I was asleep for this. So,
you were asleep for this.
Sadly,
Yeah.
I cannot add anything to this.
But
I will anyway.
I was a co-coordinator of this senior prank.
The lovely counselor that you are.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep. Counselors don't get in trouble. And you know, some people raise like underwear on the flagpole or
classic.
You know, just like, you know, float all of the boats to the middle of the lake and anchor, you know, something like that, or like they like rearrange the chairs in the dining hall.
Yeah, that's classic.
You know, something like I don't know, man. Something camp-like.
Yeah.
But what we always wanted to do was ring the bell.
Yeah, so there was a bell.
Yeah.
There was a bell in the middle of the campus at Hume, and it was on top of a building, and it was out clear, right in the open, and it was always just looking at us. You can't ring me.
It was the meal bell.
You can't ring me.
It was the meal bell.
Yeah.
And we had been kind of scheming this plan to ring the bell in the middle of the night, and it just so happened that the security knew about our plan.
Yeah. They got tipped off. There was a rat.
There was a rat. Well, it's high schoolers, and so, you know, they
They're
can't
gonna
keep their
talk.
mouths shut.
Yeah, you're right.
So, you know, we walk out there at like maybe 1:00, and there's 30 security guards, trucks, ATVs, surrounding the bell.
Yeah.
You're not getting to the bell.
You're not getting to the bell.
You're not getting to the bell. And so our first trip out there was practically just 75 high school kids running at them.
Yeah. You see, that's just not going to
work. It's not going to work.
They're just going to gun them down right there.
We'll gun them down. Just rubber bullets. Just No, and also for the security officers, it's a kind of a game to them. They kind of, you know, look forward to this, and it's kind of like a cat and mouse game. It's all in good fun.
It's all in good fun. Now,
it's all in good fun.
Now, what I heard was that you guys just kind of looked at it. You assessed what was going on.
We assessed the situation,
and
we decided that we were outnumbered, and that we needed some more numbers.
You needed a diversion, I think.
We needed diversion, and so what we did was the entire cabin, which was practically a house with 26 rooms in it, was 75, 80 high school kids, all quiet as church mouse, listening to this plan that me and Ja and everyone else was kind of scheming up. And what the plan was that the sophomores and juniors would go and recruit other cabins at like 1:30 at night.
Yeah. Just
so
go
the juniors,
and get numbers.
The juniors went up to the boys' cabins, and the sophomores went up to the girl cabins, knocked on their doors, said, "Hey, we're gonna go ring the bell. We need your help." And everyone was in on it. But we didn't know that at that time. They just went off.
They disappeared. They just
went off. And we said, "We'll meet you at the bell if you're there."
They were the reinforcements that you were kind of hoping for.
Yep.
But like they could have, it could have fallen through. It could have fallen through.
It's like the P50. It was almost like the P51 Mustangs at the end of Saving Private Ryan when they come in and blow up the tank. What? Come on, really? You remember that?
Maybe. All I remember is that Tom Hanks fired a couple of pistol shots and blew up a tank. Oh, wait a second. That was the P-51.
That was the P-51s.
Fascinating.
Yeah. Or when the stormtroopers come in and rappel from the upper
Yes, in episode
catwalk
three, in episode
3.
Hello there.
General Kenobi.
General Kenobi. Yeah.
And the senior boys
Mm-hmm.
would go off and ring the bell in the middle school campus.
Oh, yes. Waking up
That
all
was
the fragile middle schoolers.
That was the diversion. And so once the senior boys went off and rang the middle school bell, all of the security guards,
Ring-a-ding-ding.
or practically half of them,
Yeah. A large majority of them.
yeah, a large majority of them, split and went over to the middle school campus. That
Yes.
was the diversion we were looking
Dividing
for.
them up.
All of a sudden, we see phew, 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 of the security cars
Bye-bye.
going over to the middle school campus.
Mm.
At this time, the people who just rang the bell are sprinting into the woods.
Mm.
They're never going to find them.
They're never going to be seen again.
Never going to see them. And they're ghosts now.
Yes.
And at that time, there are 100 freshman boys behind me, ready to practically just be a meat shield and run into these security guards, so that someone could, climb up to the bell and ring it. And I was there at the door. Go, 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 go. I felt like that guy who was like the parachute. The head parachute guy.
Yeah.
And just saying,
Go,
green
go.
light, green light.
Get to the ground. Get to the ground.
Yep.
Yeah. Totally.
I start running with them. Behind me, I see 150 girls sprinting down the hill, and I see 100 guys,
just lady warriors,
sprinting down the other hill. It felt like the Chronicles of Narnia.
The reinforcements came in.
The Lord of the Rings. It was the Lord of the Rings when
the ghosts come.
When the ghosts come in
Yes.
Return of the King.
Yes.
And we and some guy, went up. We fended off the other security guards, and we rang the bell, dude.
Yeah.
And we rang the bell, and it was like 1:45, 2 o'clock at night.
And you know who was there?
Who was there?
Larry's boys.
Larry's boys was there, dude. You know it.
They rang the bell.
They did.
They rang the bell.
They did.
They came in. They didn't even need to like zip off their sleeves. They just ripped them. They're all just freaking hammered.
Yep.
They're just ripped out of their minds. Oh my goodness. Well, this was super fun, guys. Hopefully you are still listening. If not, then that's fine.
Whoopsies.
This was Telepathy. I am Jack, and this was my bro, Nico Bianchi, and we will see you guys on the flip side later.
Later.
Trusting that truth says